Dear brothers, happy Thursday, fellas. Good morning. Big day. Renaissance Athlete dropped this morning, which I'm stoked about. We got a bunch of men that are actually ready to get back after it in the gym. Very excited about that. If you have questions about it, I'll keep the link in the bio. Check that out. We're going to be, the brotherhood is growing. I will make it my life goal, one of my life's goals, to ensure that every man on this planet is getting after it in the gym so that they can be stronger, happier, healthier for their families and for themselves. It's just going to happen. It's the way it is. However, this morning, I want to talk about something a little bit different. So, something that I see a lot is that as men, we tend to look at other men in their circumstances and we point out their innate abilities, their genetic gifts. Maybe they run faster, they jump higher, they have incredible memories, maybe they have didactic memories. They're great with communication, they're great with words, they're good orators, they're handsome. Whatever the thing, the attribute is that they have, they just are gifted. You know, they have a genetic gift. God gave them some stuff from birth that other people just don't have. And all of us in some capacity know somebody who is like that. All of us have many people, in my case, who are just bigger, faster, stronger, smarter, better memories, better with more words, better looking. The list goes on. And what I find interesting is that those kind of people do indeed have a monopoly, if you will, on those talents. They're just more gifted in those specific areas. However, what I think we as men forget is that does not mean that those people have a monopoly on virtues, on ethics, on morals. And at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So just because somebody has a gift for, let's call it athletics, because it's an easy example. They're incredibly fast. Great on the basketball court. They can jump through the roof. They're faster on the football field. They've got great hand-eye coordination. They're just great. Physically, anyways. But does that mean that in moments of difficulty, that their courage and ability to overcome difficulty is better than yours? I certainly don't think so. Does that mean when they have failures or setbacks and something goes wrong, that they have some kind of additional ability to recover from it mentally? I don't think so. Does God love them any differently than he loves you because of their innate gifts? Answer is absolutely not to that. So what I want to point out to all of you guys today is just because someone is better at certain things does not mean that they are better than you or anybody else as a whole. They happen to be better at a certain thing. But at the end of the day, what does that particularly matter? You know, we worship some of these athletes and celebrities and actors and actresses and political figures as if they are something beyond us. I love the adage, especially for all of you that played sports as kids, when you were playing a team that was great, they were better than you. The old comment was, well, they put their shoes on one at a time just like I do. They tie their shoelaces the exact same, the bunny rabbit and pull the hole. They do all of those things. They bruise, they bleed, they cry. And that's the truth. But understand that those attributes do not make them better than anybody else. And to that end, the only things that matter in this world are that we are contributing to the greater good, that we are living by a moral compass, that we have ethics, that we are courageous in the face of difficulty. And those are the kind of things that matter. That is what will make you level up in this world, to get closer to the divine, if you will. The heroic man doesn't have to have all of these gifted tools. It's great if they do. But in all fairness, it's the people that don't have all of those tools that still find a way to persevere, be patient, be kind, be humble. Those are the kind of people that make differences in the world because they are focusing on what actually makes a difference. It's got nothing to do with their talents. It's got nothing to do with their innate, God-given abilities. I'm grateful for those people. All of us have God-given talents, I would say. But we put many of them on a pedestal that don't need to be, athletic ability being one of them. As great as that is, just because you're a great athlete doesn't mean you're changing the world in any capacity. It depends on how you use that platform. Are you using that platform to benefit other people, to help other people, to educate people that, hey, maybe you didn't have all the exact talents, but this is how I got here? There are far more amazing, heroic men that are not famous by all stretches of the imagination. Sure, there's far fewer famous people in the world, which I get. However, you guys have to understand that great men work and keep. I've beaten this horse dead, obviously. However, it's the truth. Heroic men are focusing on their family, contributing to their family. Maybe they don't have all of the physical skills in the world. Maybe they don't have the best verbal skills in the world. Maybe they're not as fleet of foot as other people. Maybe they don't have the greatest memories or the ability to memorize a book in the world, or they can't explain topics as easily. Who cares? Are they living a good, wholesome, God-fearing life? The answer is yes. That's my hero. That's my kind of person. That's the person who's in the trenches, doing hard work, realizing that maybe they don't have the gifts of others, and yet they continue to persevere. So all of you listening to this today, remember that that person is probably you, unless there's someone on here who happens to be a pro athlete, actor, political figure, which my doubts are high, which is okay with me because this is the common man's podcast. This is for the men who have the kids. They've got their job. They're trying to figure out their lives. They just want to be better for their families. They want to live up to an expectation that's higher than what everybody else is. They want to be that heroic man. That's who's listening to this podcast. And because of that, our ultimate goal is making sure that you know, have the tools, and are being reminded constantly that that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to strive for. There is nothing more profound than a man who wants to be the best version of himself for his family and so that he can honor God. Nothing. That is the height. You'll never get to perfection, but we're always seeking it. We want to get it as high as we can into the clouds because it benefits the world immensely. It changes young men around us. It changes ourselves. But you don't have to have any special gifts to achieve that. It's far more impressive when someone who doesn't have certain gifts makes it to that echelon. And most of the time, it's people that don't have those kind of gifts that get to the top, that make it to the top of the podium. Because their concern is, what can I do with what I have? These are the cards I've been dealt. But there's no monopoly on courage, kindness, perseverance, patience, love. All of those things only require effort, nothing else. And so I want you guys to understand this morning that the greatest gift that you have is the ability to choose your actions, maintain your emotions, and be moral, good men. That's it. Everything else is ancillary. It's on the fringes. It might allow you to do some other things, but it's how you use it. All of you are good at something. There's no doubt. You might not be the greatest at that something, but you're good at something. Are you using that to benefit others? Are you growing that? Are you trying to become better at it, to become a craftsman of it? That is what we're looking for. Don't worry about what people that have all these talents have, or, oh, they're able to do this and I can't do that, or they're better at this than I'll ever be, so I might as well just do something else. No. Who cares what they can do? Are they living good moral lives, which they have to come before the cross to talk about? Good for them. Are you doing that? Or are you using the fact that you're not as good at certain things as other people to stop yourself from contributing to the world? That shit's got to go. Absolutely has to go. You were made to do great things on this planet. You do have gifts. They might not be the same gifts as other people. Who cares? They're the ones you have. Use those. Be grateful for them. Foster them. Bring them to the forefront. Work hard on them. That is what makes men special. That's how other men learn. I'm telling you guys something. The greatest lessons I've learned from men in this world were men that didn't have great talents, and they worked hard and figured it out. And because of that, I was endowed with wisdom that I screwed up more often than not. But now I've been able to learn from, understand, apply in my own life. And now my job is to apply that to somebody else. There may be a young man that I come in contact with across my lifespan that I'm able to give some sliver of knowledge to, that they can utilize, put together, and create some wisdom with. And maybe that kid has certain talents that can change an entire section of the world. Maybe that will change another person's life, and that person will change the world. I don't know. It's not up to me. What is up to me is taking the talents I have, utilizing them for the betterment of man, for the betterment of my family, for the betterment of my children. And that's the best I can do. Being pious in all of that, giving God the glory for the fact that I have the opportunity to live, to exist, to benefit others. What more could you want? That is the heroic man, gentlemen. I'm leaving it at that today, boys. I love you all. God bless. Be strong. Let's get after it. Renaissance Athlete is out. Drop me a message. You have any questions about that, or you have friends, brothers, colleagues, dads that need to get back on the track. Let me tell you guys something. This is no joke. Quality stuff. I'll put the link in the bio. God bless you all. Have a great Thursday. Let's get after it, boys. I'm fired up today.